All right, here we go. What are we looking at? 50 yards? All the way out there? Steel plate? What do you got? Let's do it. Oh, missed it. Try again.
I need to go a little bit closer.
Try one more time. I think you can get it. Try one more time. Like a Mosin. Take your time. Put that target right on that orange dot on your gun. Oh, good shot. Oh, that's about 50 yards away over there at that steel plate. Just iron sights on the Marlin XT22 youth model. Not bad.
It says it right on here.
Yeah.
It says right here.
Let's show everybody how you did that paint job. We just got done doing a little camo job. Actually, Natalie did it herself. So today we're going to show you how we did it. And we're going to show you how to go from
this to this.
Alright, so this is pretty much all you really need is at least 3 colors, some alcohol, some kind of masking tape, something to apply the paint. We're not actually going to spray this, we're just kind of going to dab it on there. I'll show you the process here when we get done. Now, depending on the look that you're going for, you can leave the rifle in the stock, or you can just paint the stock and remove everything else. We're just going to go ahead and paint the stock only. Once you have the rifle out of the stock, what you want to do is rub the entire stock down with rubbing alcohol to remove any oil that might be left from cleaning the gun or any grease that might be built up from your hands. Make sure you get this all nice and thoroughly, because if you do not, the paint will not stick to the areas that have oil left on it. Alright, so what we also want to do here is we're going to keep some parts of the rifle black. So what we're going to do is rip long strips of tape off, and you want these pieces to look just all kinds of different shapes and torn, and then we're just going to apply it to the stock in just general, random areas throughout the entire stock. Alright, you can see we have the tape on there in all kinds of different directions. We made sure we got it on the bottom, on the back side, and just as random as we could get it. And now we can move on to the next step. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you don't have to use a rag for this. You can also use a sponge. Different objects will give you different shapes on the paint. But go ahead and just raggedly cut your rag and then roll it up like shown, and the more random the better. Get a piece of tape and roll it up, and now this is your paint applicator. And make sure you grab all of these little pieces, anything that's loose, and get it out of there, because you don't want it sticking into the paint. This is where it gets a little bit messy. Make sure you got some kind of gloves or something. And we're not going to spray this on here. Find yourself a Tupperware bowl or something like that and just spray it into the corner. So you get a nice little puddle in there. And now we can go ahead and start dabbing. Go ahead and dab.
Dab, dab, dab.
Just dip it in there, and you want to do this as random as possible, just all over. And with the darker color, we're going to try to do, one good random layer, and then with the next lightest color, you'll do half as much paint in more random layers. And you do the same thing, half as much paint as the other lighter color with your lightest color. So you'll have just very minimal areas of light. Alright, ready? Alright, now that we have the blue applied all over the stock, as you can see. Huh? Yeah, you can use that side. We're going to go ahead and go with the next color. Again, we're going to do half as much paint as this one did here, or pretty much whatever we decide and when to quit. But typically, that's how you want to do it if you're using a different color.
Whoa! It's going to be purple. I love that color. It looks so cool. Look, you see the purple right there?
There you go.
Pink. Purple. It looks awesome. So much. I love it.
Kind of almost matches your shirt. Almost.
Almost.
Keep going.
I feel like an artist.
You look like one.
Dun.
All right, so you can see here, it looks like the pink just kind of threw up all over the blue. We got a little carried away on that one. That's all right.
I love pink.
It looks like it. All right, so the good thing is this paint job is very forgiving. And you just go ahead and let this dry, and we're gonna dab a couple more areas back in blue again, and then move on to the next lighter color. One of the cool things about this is in the way that we're doing this kind of dabbing technique, is you can actually mix your paints. And since red and blue make purple, we now actually have a fourth color that we can work with, and again, going back and just dabbing in certain areas. All right, this is the last coat and the lightest color, so we're just going to do just random, ever so random areas. We're not going to coat it as much as we did all of the other darker colors. So that's probably enough right there. And actually, white would probably have been better, but Natalie wanted this color, so that's what we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and flip it over. That's all we need on this side. And then start on that side.
Oh.
There you go. Just random as possible. A little more random. There you go. Wider open. There you go. You're just about done with that. I think that looks good right there. Let's leave that.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's just let it dry and we'll peel the paint off and see what this thing looks like.
You mean tape?
Or the tape, yeah. Peel the tape off. All right. With the paint just about dry and somewhat tacky still, we're going to go ahead and remove the paint that we initially laid, or not the paint. We're going to remove the tape that we initially laid down to mask the black and see how it turns out. Let's go ahead and get started. It's pretty easy, huh? Pretty cool for a daddy-daughter project? Yeah. Let's take another shot. Yes, sir.